Kicks it out to Toner. Toner's going to be handling the ball for the Red Wings. Pat McInerney kicks it out. Wide open jumper. Good.
Eddie Eshu for three.
Eddie Eshu. You just saw him competing in that three-point competition. Looks like he hasn't cooled down off of that one. Easy bucket right there by Nick Zarnowski.
That was a nice find by Mike Blazik driving down low. The quick dump off bounce pass. That's kind of things that Naperville Central is going to need to get back into this game. Now it's about getting defensive stops.
The thing is with Zarnowski, he faces probably the biggest matchup that he's faced this year. Probably the player that is the most like him, Benet center Sean O'Mara.
Yeah.
Both of them are 6'9".
And another three from long range. They're coming out drilling everything.
And mind you that this is not the first time, or even the second time that both these teams have faced. This is going to be the third time, and this is as much as Benet is taking the early lead, they split the season series so far 1-1.
Well, it's all going to be about defense now. Naperville Central can shoot their way back into anything, but they need to get some steals, they need to get some deflections, but most importantly, they need to get a hands up in shooters' faces.
Obviously, Benet has dominated so far early in this game.
Well, you see Coach Kramer's going to the bench, substituting in Rob Sunken, another great shooter. He's a guard-forward kind of combination. We'll see how it is on the defensive end, because we know that Rob Sunken can get some points quick.
That's for sure. And in their first matchup, Naperville Central stunning Benet 57-54 in overtime. In the second matchup, in that Hoops for Healing tournament at the Sears Center, Benet Academy took on Central 46-35. So they're very familiar foes. They certainly know how they played, and their scouting reports are certainly going to be interesting.
Well, Naperville Central needs to weather the storm. Benet came out, they gave them their right hook punch. They're at home, they got the crowd with them, they got momentum. Naperville Central needs to calm down, and they need to get some stops, make some defensive plays, and get themselves back into the game.
There's O'Mara pulling down that board. Today's key matchup, I would assume, would be the battle of the 45s. Number 45, Sean O'Mara, number 45, Nick Zarnowski. Given the fact that Zarnowski is Central's best player, and O'Mara is Bennett's best player, you'd assume there'd be a big matchup down in the low post.
Yeah, and you know, they're might need to double team down there. We'll see how Nick Zarnowski's playing. The only thing is you cannot get into foul trouble if you are Nick Zarnowski. You're the biggest player, and you're going to be the best, Naperville Central's best bet guard and defense against them. You have to stay out of foul trouble. Play under control.
And he was in foul trouble last night as he picked up 4 fouls last night. That long ball no good by Central. Rebounded by number 11 of Benet Academy, Colin Bonnet. O'Mara on that low post. No good. Tip in back in by Pat McInerney.
Well, and see, that's unfortunate because Naperville Central gave them the shot that Naperville Central wanted. It was an off-balance, down-low shot, not a very high percentage. You got to get those loose balls. You have to get the loose balls if you want to get back into this game.
And with 1:23 left in the first quarter, Naperville Central down early, 19-5. You attribute it most to the hustle play by Benet Academy on the offensive boards and being able to take advantage of open opportunities and making buckets. Well, for Central, this game certainly isn't over yet. Although it's been a rough start for them. They still have 3 other quarters to play and 1:23 left in this one as well.
Well, you know, it's a long game. They got the second half for them. They got the second quarter. They just got to keep their composure. They got to get their confidence back. They got to see some shots go in the basket and get some defensive stops.
There's Sunken. He's going to be handling the ball up top. Goes out to Blazik. Blazik spins around, kicks it out to Sunken for 3. No good. Rebounded by O'Mara. McInerney takes that mid-range jumper, good!
That was a good two-man game. You saw the pick and roll. Nick Zarnowski wanted to come out and help, but needed to stay down low on Sean O'Mara. Blazik couldn't get around the screen quick enough, and he hit the open shot.
And I think the key in this game is size on both sides, especially because Benet Academy towers over Central. Their starting lineup includes 6-foot Eddie Ashu, Jack Toner at 6'2", Jack Urin at 6'5", Pat McInerney's also 6'5", and Sean O'Mara, who's 6'9", in accordance to Central, with Lopez, who's 5'11". We have Benet at 6'1", Blazik at 6'3", Maloney at 6'6", and Zarnowski at 6'9". So Central a little small against Benet today. Sunken kicks it out to Blazik. Blazik out to Lopez. 3, no good. Rebounded by Pat McInerney.
Central's getting open shots. They just can't make them. That's good. That's good hustle back on defense by Nick Zarnowski. Sean O'Mara had a wide open layup. Nick Zarnowski deflected the ball out of bounds.
And Central cannot live and die by the three-pointer. It's very tempting, especially because they're down big with 16 points, but you can't go around shooting those three-pointers. You got to start with the basics. Get the ball in the middle and try to score buckets from the inside. And then once you build a threat from the inside, then kick it out outside, get your buckets there.
Well, what they really need to do is they need to get control on the defensive end. 21 points in the first quarter. Coach Kramer's not going to like that.
And Central had 21 points in last half yesterday against North. There's Lopez. It's a long shot.
Oh, off the back of the iron. Central needed that one. Oh, did we need that one.
They need every shot they can get, actually. And here we go at the end of the first quarter. Benet taking the early 21-5 lead. You're not really seeing Central come out with anything so far in this game.
It'll be interesting to see what Coach Kramer draws up in the end of the first quarter. Benet was very, very ferocious on the defensive end. They were jumping up a lot of passes. They were getting up, being very physical. We'll see if they run some back cuts, get the ball down low to Nick Zarnowski, see if they can kick out for some more open three-pointers.
Well, at the same time, Zarnowski now facing, like I said, a bigger threat in Sean O'Mara, who has shown an early dominance in this game. And if you go back a couple of years ago to the last time that Benet and Central faced in the regional, Central won that matchup. But then again, there was no McInerney or O'Mara in that one, so...
Yeah, I mean, two completely different ball teams now. They're playing two different styles of basketball. One's much bigger. They like to play a lot more physical, whereas Central's a smaller, more athletic team looking for a lot more three-point shots.
There's McInerney playing point forward right here.
Out of bounds, it will stay with Benet.
That one is not on. Mine's not on.
And you can't foul a jump shooter.
You can't foul in general. There'll be 2 shots right there for number 21, Robert Hammerl. Second shot's up and good.
Benet extends their lead from 21-5 now to 23-5. Central needs some baskets and they need it fast.
We got Sunken, Lopez looking for someone. He gives it out to Sunken. Benet being heavily guarded. Blazik tries to kick it out, gets stolen by Sean O'Mara.
They jumped out on that double right there on Mike Blazik. He got caught 2 down low looking for Nick Zarnowski. Sean O'Mara went over for double.
O'Mara backing down on Zarnowski, no good. There's a foul. Zarnowski's second. Excuse me, it'll be his first foul. And
O'Mara misses the first shot.
Second shot is good.
Makes the second one. Benet leads 24-5 with 7 minutes to go in the second quarter.
Here goes Benet. Goes out to Blazik. Lopez wide open for three. He's not going to make it. Rebounded by Benet.
Central's getting our shots. They're getting open shots. They're just not making them tonight. They've been making them all season. That's how they got to this point. That's how they got to the playoffs now. And tonight, they're just not making them.
O'Mara jump shot, no good. Rebounded by Benet.
And that's the kind of shot you'll live with if you're Naperville Central. Sean O'Mara is a beast down low. If he's shooting 18-foot jump shots all night, I'm sure Coach Kramer will be happy with that.
He couldn't get that shot in the low post. There'll be a foul on Jack Toner. And for Central comes in Taylor Zielinski. He's hoping that Zielinski will provide some hot shooting off the bench. Zielinski also competing in that three-point competition along with Sunken and Corbin Carr. Zielinski draining 8 today. Unfortunately, he's not going to go on into the three-point competition. No inside bucket for Zarnowski.
That's a tough shot. Sean O'Mara got up there to challenge it. He had a double pump in midair.
McInerney finds
on defense.
Low post play. It's a foul on Nick Zarnowski. Oh boy, you can't get into foul trouble here.
That's big. We cannot afford to have Nick Zarnowski. And he just picked up his third foul.
Are you kidding me? You got to be a lot more careful than that.
Nick Zarnowski was fighting over a screen through there, and he just ran over the defender. That's his third foul, and that's not what you want.
Things are going to get a lot more interesting in the low post with the 6'6" Pat Maloney versus Sean O'Mara, 6'9". Maloney fouls. And the battle in the low post just got a lot more one-sided right here.
Yes, it did. I would look to see for Coach Kramer to do a lot more double teams down on Sean O'Mara.
Well, at the same time, Ben has a bunch of great shooters. They got to be careful with that.
Well, you got to pick your poison. Whether you're going to give up high percentage shots down low or you're going to give up some three-point shots. I know Coach Kramer would much rather give up those three-pointers.
Second free throw, no good. And if you can find one weakness in O'Mara's game right now, it's got to be his free throw shooting.
Naperville Central looking for anything to go on. They're doing a lot of basket cuts.
There's Zielinski. He's going to go for that layup. No good. Central being held scoreless 3 minutes into the second quarter.
Another easy one for Sean O'Mara down low.
There's Maloney. He finds Zielinski wide open for three. No good. Offensive rebound by Pat Maloney. Zielinski's trying to run that offense. Goes out Sunken. Goes out to Zielinski. Passes out to Maloney. Maloney looking for an open man. Finds Sunken.
This is the second possession in a row. It's taken Central about 45 seconds to get anything, and they're still looking for something.
Long ball good for Rob Sunken.
They needed that one by Rob Sunken, 3 out of the corner. Let's see if that can jumpstart this offense. They need to get on a little run right here before halftime.
Heck, they need any shot they can get. They haven't been making any today. Speaking of shot, McInerney makes the long ball right there.
You can't trade buckets. You're down by 22 points. You cannot trade buckets. You have to get stops on the defensive end and get your shots on the offensive end.
This is McInerney's 3rd year on the varsity squad. So he's got quite a lot of experience for this team. Blazer kicks it out to Sunken. Long ball, no good.
Around the rim and no good.
Long ball.
Communication on the defensive end leads to another long ball.
Now it's Colin Pelletieri on that shot.
Yeah, on that possession, Matt Bennett went to double down low, leaving the shooter wide open for 3 up top.
Central down 25. You don't want to hold out hope, but at the same time, things not looking good at all. Central being outplayed in every aspect of this game so far.
Which is uncharacteristic of Naperville Central. They're that more athletic team. You would think that they can come out here and get some steals, get some hands in the passing lanes, but it's just one of those nights. Happens to every team. Bennett's on tonight, Central's off tonight. It's just one of those nights.
Unfortunately, they picked the wrong time to be off, as this loser goes home in this game.
And Bennett's coach not upset, very upset with that offensive play there by Bennett. He calls a timeout. Timeout on the floor with 1:42 left to go in the halftime. Bennett leads 33-8.
And you would like to say this game is over, but I mean, I've seen crazier things happen.
Well, you know what? Today's March 1st, and they don't call it March Madness for a reason.
But at the same time, Central's hopes for a comeback slowly draining away as the clock ticks.
And an offensive foul called on Eddie Eshu down low, trying to post up Nick Lopez. And sophomore Alex Pomeroy checks in for Zielinski. Alex has had a short time here on the varsity team towards the end of the season and into the playoffs. We'll see if he can get some energy coming off the bench.
And Pomeroy is brought up to the varsity squad after the departure of key starter for Central, Austin Palga. He's no longer with the team. He has moved to a different state. There's Lopez. Kicks out to Maloney, to Pomeroy. There's Blazik. Finds Pomeroy. Pomeroy out to Bennett. Bennett finds Blazik under. Couldn't get that shot off.
Yeah, Sean O'Hara really affected that
Foul
shot.
and one for Nick Lopez.
No basket on that one. They did not call a continuation on that one. That was a nice sportsmanship, though. You saw Nick Lopez hit Sean O'Mara right in the head afterwards. Goes up to him and gives him a nice high five. That's what you like to see out there on the basketball court.
Lopez is a nice guy off the court, so would expect to see. You would probably expect to see that with him on the court as well. This goes out to Maloney. He's going to take a long ball. No good. There's a foul by Pat McInerney, who smacks Alex Pomeroy in the face.
And see, that's exactly what you wanted, Alex Pomeroy. He's a young kid. You wanted to get them loose balls, get some athleticism in there, get some high-energy players. Alex Pomeroy is going to be a big player for Naperville Central coming up these next 2 years.
We have 33 seconds left in the second quarter. Pomeroy in the 1-on-1 situation. First one's good. Second shot for Pomeroy will be good as well. Pelletier, he's streaking up the court. This is out to McInerney.
Benet here is going to hold for the last shot.
Long ball for McInerney, good!
Again, we always get caught on that screen up top, that high pick and roll with Sean O'Hara every single possession.
Lopez goes out to Pomeroy. He gets stuffed, foul by Sean O'Mara with 0.5 seconds left in the first half.
I loved that play right there. That's exactly what you want. Sean is a big man. You need to go into him strong and make the ref make the call. Put it in the ref's hands. Even if he's going to block your shot, you're going to get a lot more likely to get a call whether you're going into him if you're not fading away.
That shot's good. Second free throw, no good. That'll be the end of the first half. Things not looking so good for this Naperville Central squad. They trail Bennett 35-11. And Kramer's got to have something nifty up his sleeve if he thinks that he's going to come back from this game. Excuse me, it'd be 36-11. And we'll be back to you at the beginning of the second half.
When I said 30, I was coming with one joke. No, he quit like an hour. Remember that Waller guy who quit or something?
Civic Center for the state tournaments. Be sure to watch them live on the IHSA Hello.
Can you hear me?
We are back here at Benet Academy in Lisle, Illinois for this IHSA Regional Championship between Naperville Central and Benet Academy. So far, Benet Academy has been dominating on both sides of the ball, taking the early 36-11 lead. And I'm back here today with Andrew Barrett. Andrew, how are you doing?
I'd be doing better if Central was doing better right now.
So would I. Speaking of which, Central just making their first basket of the half.
You see that Coach Kramer sticking with sophomore Alex Pomeroy, looking for that energy. Alex played well in the first half. Let's see if they can duplicate that in the second half.
And he has a tough matchup in Pat McInerney. Him and Sean O'Mara being the ringleaders of this Benet Academy basketball team. McInerney finds O'Mara in the low post, loses the ball, goes out of bounds, and it'll be Central ball.
That was good defense by Central there. They contested the shot, rebounded down low, and force a turnover. Let's see if they can get something going on the offensive end.
Central's defense really needs to lock up Bennett's offense and throw away the key while they're at it, because they cannot let them have opportunities to score. Speaking of which, Central scores.
Mike Blazik down low with a nice double bump. Nick Lopez had that nice feed down low, behind the back pass right to him.
That was a great play by Central's offense. You wish you would have seen more of that in the first half. There's a shoe, goes out to McInerney. There's O'Mara the low post. He's gonna try to draw a
got to
foul.
be careful.
And he blocks that one. Out of bounds, Benet ball.
And here's the energy we're used to seeing out of Naperville Central. This is what we like to see. They can keep stringing some defensive stops together, get the deficit a little bit closer to the fourth quarter, and anything can happen.
They ought to be a lot more careful, especially if Zarnowski in foul trouble. Offensive foul, Central ball.
You see that Naperville Central's now starting to get into Bennett's head. They know what Naperville Central's capable of.
And so do we. I've been covering them all season, not just for the broadcasting here, but on the student newspaper of Naperville Central. So I've heard a lot about what this team can do, and certainly they're not going to give up right here. They've got 2 more quarters to take care of the business. They're going to make it competitive. Layup's good right there for Benet, number 22, Jack Toner.
Naperville Central had some momentum there. It was a close call on Nick Lopez. He was looking for the reach in. Could have been there, but the refs let him play.
Blazik hands it off to Bennett. There's Lopez. Finds Blazik. He's going to go for that mid-range jumper. No good. Just rims out. Rebounded by McInerney. Here's Eddie Ashew. Goes out to McInerney. Fadeaway jumper. No good. Rebounded by O'Mara. He steps
out of bounds. I was wondering if the ref was going to call it. I'm about to scream that.
Calm down, we're broadcasters here, not fans right now. There's Bennett. Kicks it out to Blazik. Blazik finds Bennett. Bennett goes out to Lopez. Tip pass by O'Mara forces the turnover on Central's part. Now Bennett will have the ball. And nice low post move, couldn't capitalize. Bennett will get the ball. And speaking of which, you're telling me at halftime that because Bennett is private school, students from the public school system can choose to go there if they want. And you're saying that Eddie Ashew would have gone to Naperville North if he would have gone to public school.
Right, Eddie Ashew went to Jefferson High School. He was a phenomenal basketball player there. Decided to go to Bennett with the Catholic education.
You mean Jefferson Junior High?
Yes, I'm sorry.
You know what? We all mess up sometimes. As for Bennett also as well, number 24, Daniel Romer, would have been on the Central squad if he would have gone to public school as well.
Yeah, he went to Madison Junior High, so he's been playing with Ryan Anthony and Matt Bennett, Zielinski, all those guys since he was in the second or third grade.
Free throws up, and it's good. Second free throw's up, and it's good for Urett. It is now 40-14. Central down 26. That can't be good for sure. Lopez bounces it out to Blazik. Blazik to Pomeroy. Pomeroy gives it out to Bennett. Bennett's going to try to go attack the middle. No good. Rebounded by O'Mara. This game's certainly not as close as the past couple of matchups, to be sure. McInerney aggressive, looking for the call, missed that layup. Ashew kicks it out to O'Mara. He gets fouled, and one. That'll be a foul by Mike Blazik.
Naperville Central's going to get called for the timeout right here. With 4:22 left to go in the third quarter, Bennett is winning in dominating fashion, 42-14, and they'll be at the free throw line.
And I was saying earlier, as the clock keeps on ticking, so does Central's hope of winning. And they've amassed a big crowd for this game. Even Central alum Drew Crawford is here today. I saw him earlier.
Drew Crawford was one of the greatest basketball players that Naperville Central has seen on the male and female side.
Well, you got to mention the Parker siblings as well.
I said one. I didn't, not necessarily the best, but Drew Crawford's now a senior at Northwestern University. However, he is granted an injury redshirt this season. He's out with a shoulder injury, but he'll be back next season for the Northwestern Wildcats.
And you would imagine Central would love to have Drew Crawford right now play for them.
Can imagine many high schools that would love to have Drew Crawford playing for him right now. I'll tell you what, Alex Pomeroy is just growing up right before our eyes. He's come in here, provided the energy and spark that Naperville Central desperately needed. I don't know what the game would be like without him. He's going to be a big-time player in the next 2 years.
And I was going through Central's potential starting lineup for next year. I would say it would be Ryan Anthony and Matt Bennett at guard. You'd have Pomeroy and Pat Maloney at the forward slots, and Zarnowski, the big man, in the middle. The steal by Eddie Ashu. Dishes the ball out to Toner. Mara goes out to McInerney. To Ashu. There's O'Mara in that low block. He's going to try to post up against Arnowski. No good. Rebounded by McInerney. He's going to go back up, and it's a foul. 2 shots for him.
Well, it's obvious what Benet head coach threw up at halftime. He knows that Nick Zarnowski has 3 fouls. If he can get another foul on him, give him his 4th foul, that would really be the dagger for Naperville Central. And he's been going down low every single possession looking for Nick Zarnowski to get that foul. But Nick's stood tough, and he's playing smart and under control, just like the Nick Zarnowski that we all know.
First free throw out, no good. And I've noticed McInerney has been noticeably aggressive in the drive, trying to pick up fouls. But as of right now, he's not really making up, like, taking opportunities and making those free throws. Second free throw, good. And there's Benet. He's handling the ball.
Can't hear it.
Zarnowski on that low block. He's going to post up. No good. Defensive rebound by Benet. There's McInerney. He's going to continue to drive through. Passes out to O'Mara. They're up by the 3-point line. He kicks it out. Wide open McInerney. Suckered in that double team. Couldn't take advantage of that 3-pointer. Rebounded by Nick Zarnowski. Central now down 30. Sunken for 3, good. And Bennett's coach not happy about the way Bennett's been playing. Now the 3rd foul by Blazik. He's got to watch out. Another key player for the Redhawks. The long bomb goes to O'Mara.
That was good hustle right there by Rob Sunken. He's busting his tail out there, trying to get his team back into this game. That's what you got to love about Naperville Central. There's no quit in this team. They're down by 27 points, and they're fighting every single possession as if it was a 1-point game. That was good defense right there by Nick Zarnowski.
Rebound by Maloney, kicks it out to Benet. And this might be the end of high school careers for 4 different Naperville Central seniors. Nicky Lopez, Mike Blazik, Rob Sunken, and Matt Ald.
Yeah, in this last 10 minutes and 15 seconds of their high school career, they just got to enjoy it. This will be the last time putting on their Naperville Central uniform, the last time out there with their brothers on the basketball court. No matter what the outcome is of this game, they got to leave with their heads held high because they have a great career at Naperville Central.
Let's just assume that this game isn't over. So maybe they might live to see another day.
Well, let's hope so.
We expect a miracle here, but I mean, the game isn't over until the fat lady sings. And here's McInerney. He's been phenomenal so far in this game. Kicks it out. Layup attempted, no good by number 21, Robert Hammerl. Goes Benet to Sunken. Sunken goes out to Blazik. Back to Sunken. Goes out to Benet. Benet to Blazik. He's going to work on the low block. Kicks it back out to Blazik. Good.
I'm surprised we haven't seen more shots by Mike Blazik. He's another phenomenal 3-point shooter for Naperville Central, but Benet's done a great job shutting him down tonight.
They're going to call time. And just like any basketball game, here's the battle of the student sections. As for Central, they've gone on for a Western theme today. They're wearing plaid to try to look up. They're in the Wild West. And for Benet, they're wearing togas. I assume it's going to be toga themed. Although I do see a couple Teletubbies in there.
Well, this next minute and 34 seconds are going to be crucial to Naperville Central. If they have any chance of getting back into this game, it's got to be right here. They got to get some stops and get this down to maybe 15 or 16 points heading into the fourth quarter, get some momentum for them.
They've got to put a straitjacket on Bennett's offense, which has been absolutely phenomenal so far in this game. Mara's going to post up. Good. Fadeaway jumper for Blazik, no good. Rebounded by McInerney. Long ball, good for Benet. 49-22. If I were Kramer, I think for that fourth quarter, they should put in all the seniors.
Yeah, we'll see what Coach Kramer does. I mean, you're down by over 20 points with 8 minutes to go. Now you just got to play for fun. This is the last time, like I said before, this is the last time you've been playing for Naperville Central. You got to make it count. You got to get some good memories, go on a high note, and keep your heads held high.
They're going to work for that last shot. Ball pass tipped by Benet. Long ball for Maloney, good. That'll be two though. And that was just a collapse right there.
Just one of those nights. It is just one of those nights. You get a basket with 4 seconds left. Benet runs down and gets a layup. It's just one of those nights for Central.
And here's the end of the third quarter. Central down 51-24 as we enter the fourth quarter and the heroic last stand for these Central seniors. And I don't see a lot of hope for Central at this point. I would seem this game is just about over, especially with the way that Benet has been playing today. They've been absolutely dominant on both sides of the ball, and I think they've got into Central's head as well.
Well, and you know you got to tip their cap. They came out, they had their game plan, they executed well. They're just better than Naperville Central tonight. That doesn't mean that they're a better team. Just for this past 3 quarters, they've been the better team. And if you're Central, you got to tip your cap to them and tell them good luck the rest of the season. Because the winner of this game tonight, barring anything short of a miracle, would be Benet Academy. They'll be playing the winner of the Oswego East Regional, which the championship is playing actually right now between Wabansie Valley and Neuqua Valley. So it'll be another Naperville school that this champion will play.
And according to you, Andrew, didn't you say that Benet was only going to go score 3 points tonight?
Yeah, I guess my prediction was a little wrong on Facebook there. We'll get him next season.
We'll see what happens. But just remember, O'Mara's going to be back for another year. Basket good for Benet.
I mean, there's not much more you can do. There's really not much more. Nick Zarnowski's playing his butt off on the defensive end, and there's really nothing more you can do. He had a tough shot. He's just playing phenomenal tonight. It'll be interesting to see what happens next year as Nick Zarnowski and Benet Center will be returning for their senior year. I'm sure they'll be going back and forth all season long.
Central's lineup next year certainly has a bunch of potential. Long ball, good, right there for Colin Bonnet. Here's Benet, who's played a good chunk of this game so far.
I'm really surprised we've not seen Matt Ald yet. Matt Ald's been a stable member of the varsity team for the past 2 years. High energy guy, he's a senior, and speaking of which, here comes Matt Ald checking in.
Nick Lopez is also on deck as well, and I think you'll also see Dan Dolhide. So get some of the seniors in, get some of the juniors in, off the bench. Just make sure you don't have a colossal injury to their starters. You don't want that.
No, not at all. And a lot of these guys are baseball players. Some of them are water polo players. They got other sports coming up. So Coach Kramer recognizes that. Now it's just to have fun.
Long ball's up and no good. Rebounded by Blazik. That shot attempted by Jack Urett. Here's Bennett. Matt Bennett, that is, not the school Bennett. Blazik, long ball, good. And according to Central's play today, living and dying by the long ball. Today, Central died on three-pointer, but that was a good shot right there by Blazik. And he gets fouled right there by Rob Sunkin. Bonnet drawing the foul. And here comes a flock of reserves coming into the game. I think it'll be a complete rotation change. Dolhide, Lopez, Zielinski, Schmidt, and Ald.
They're going small here.
Central was undersized all game anyways. And you're going to see Bennett continue to stay aggressive. Pat McInerney's still in the game. I don't know why he didn't want to risk an injury here.
He'll be out here in a few minutes. Bennett's not going to be playing on Wednesday night. They got a big game coming up in the first round of the sectionals. And you know what? Bennett is a great team. They can do a lot of things in this playoff. So the 2 seed coming into it. Naperville Central was the 7 seed. So Bennett will be favored in the next game, and we'll see how it goes.
Great layup by Lopez on that one. And you were saying how Bennett is the 2 seed. They're showing Central why they're the 2 seed with this dominating lead.
Yeah, I don't think there's any doubt in Naperville Central's head as to how they got such a good record and what they're doing in the playoffs. This team can go very deep into the playoffs.
Although you'd still have to say the favorite for the state championship has got to be Simeon Academy.
Well, that's everyone's kind of pick to win it, but I would not be surprised if some other school comes in.
Then again, you have to remember Jabari Parker being one of the best high school prospects since LeBron James. Certainly a scary thought, don't you think so?
Oh, yeah.
He plays in our state, too.
Yeah, Jabari Parker going on to Duke next year. Just a phenomenal player at every aspect of the game. However, Oswego High School, they're the #1 seed in this entire all the regionals. I would not count anyone out. I would not count Bennett out of the playoffs by any means necessary.
And I saw Oswego play Oswego East when the IHSA had me go over there. And believe me, I can tell you why Oswego is that #1 seed. They can ball.
Year in and year out. I mean, both teams, Naperville Central, Bennett, Oswego, all have great established programs in basketball. Each year, they're all in the top 10, top 20 in the state.
McInerney will take a seat. Is just seeing the big 2 of Benet Academy on the bench. There's Schmidt, goes out to Ald. So to Zielinski. Dolhide, he was looking for that shot, couldn't get it. Passes it out to Zielinski. Zielinski's going to take that long jumper. No good. Rebounded by Tyler Schmidt. Dolhide going to go into the lane. It's a traveling call. It'll be Bennett ball.
Well, right now you're getting a nice look as to what the team will look like next year for Naperville Central. Aside from Matt Ald, you'll see a lot of these guys get a lot more playing time, especially Zielinski. You'll see Schmidt. You'll see a lot of these guys get a lot of playing time next year.
Steven Binkowski in the game for the Redhawks.
See J.J. Valentine bringing the ball up.
Oh, the save, but it'll go out of bounds. Bennett ball.
This has got to be fun for number 24 on Bennett, Daniel Romer. As we said earlier, Daniel Romer went to Madison Junior High School, so he's been playing with all these guys for years. He's grown up with them and best friends with some of them, so it's got to be fun to kind of be looking at his best friends, staring him down as nemesis.
And he's got another year to face off against Central as well.
Yeah, it's always fun to have a little rivalry going back and forth between friends.
As long as it doesn't get too violent, we'll be okay.
And here comes Alex Pomeroy to relieve Matt Auld of his duties.
Traveling call right there. Zelensky, he's going to inbound it right there to Steven Binkowski. There's Schmidt. Zelensky handling the ball once again. Goes out to Dolhide, to Binkowski. Husky goes out to Zelensky. Jumper no good for Central. Rebounded by number 33, Jack Benedetti.
That was an athletic play there. Wow.
Traveling call on Bennett. Central ball.
Corbin Carr, number 25, and John Labanza coming in here, getting some minutes before the season comes to a close.
Just remember, these guys will be back next year. As for the seniors on the bench, they won't be.
And again, like I said earlier, there's no quitting this Naperville Central High School team. They know that they're not going to come out on top on this game. Yet you still got Matt Binkowski going down and getting a great and one like that. You got to admire that. That's all coaching. That's all Coach Kramer. That's the desire. That's the love of the game that these boys have and share with each other. And that's exactly what every team strives for here in the Illinois High School Association.
Inbound by Bennett. Central trying to press here. On that low block, looking for that. You can get it. Sorry. Long ball up and no good. Attempted by J.J. Valentine. Offensive rebound by Bennett.
Wow, that guy can jump out of the gym.
There's that basket right there by number 35, John Kurzenzim.
Number 15, he's 5'10", jumping up over everyone. Jumping up over the trees and getting that rebound.
There's that good layup right there by Tyler Schmidt. There's a great steal by John Labanza. Labanza used to taking the balls from other people. He plays on the football team as a cornerback. You didn't know where I was going with that, didn't you?
I was like, what are you talking about there? And I put 2 and 2 together.
Labanza's going to be a key part of this Central's varsity football team next year as a part of the member of the secondary. Schmidt gets blocked right there. Benet Academy continues to charge up the court.
And as the seconds wind down in Naperville Central High School season, you just have to commend every single person involved in Naperville Central basketball, making it to the regional championship, have a great senior core of 4 players moving on. Some playing college ball, some playing college baseball. But the memories that they have created this year and the years prior, something that they will never forget. No matter what the outcome of this game was, Naperville Central High School basketball this year was an awesome time watching it as a fan, broadcasting it, be a part of. And I know that Coach Kramer cannot be happier. Although maybe he wanted a different outcome, but he can't complain too much about this season, and he hopes that this can create some momentum into next season.
And you couldn't have said that any better, Andrew. Second free throw, good. First free throw, excuse me. Oh, it is the second free throw. I got confused there. Third one, no good. Out of bounds, Central's ball. And as for the Central seniors, this is going to be the last game of their high school athletic careers, all except for Nikki Lopez, who will be a key member of Central's varsity baseball team. Here's Labanza, looks it out to Carr. Good screen. Labanza is going to go for that, no good. And that will be game. And here comes the end to the Naperville Central basketball team season. Benet Academy with a dominating victory, 62-36.
And congratulations to Benet Academy, well deserved. They came out, they executed, played well on every single possession, on every single play. Well deserved victory, and we wish them good luck the rest of the season.
And according to player of the game, I've got to give it to Pat McInerney, who stayed aggressive all the way until he was finally pulled out by the coach.
The entire Benet team, everyone that was in was playing hard. And you know what? So is Naperville Central. You cannot be upset with this loss. Even though the score might be a little tilted, they played hard, played good defense, got some open